What's up, Cardfighters? Ryan here from Vanguard Central, and we got some breaking news. BUSHIROAD finally listened. Stay tuned.
Stand up, Vanguard!
BUSHIROAD has finally listened to all of the competitive players throughout the nation. Within the next year, they're going to be implementing the BUSHIROAD Championship Series 2017. Straight from the website, we got the BUSHIROAD Championship Series, BCS, is a brand new BUSHIROAD annual tournament starting from 2017. With the new tournament format and structure, the event aspires to provide players all over the world with greater tournament experience. Finally, we're not going to be having this poop best of one-day event anymore. What we will be having instead is a 2-day event where the first day is going to be best of 1, but the second day is going to enter into a best of 3 format from top 32 to 64 to 128. It's really good. This is huge for us. This makes the competitive scene so much more enjoyable. So some of the new rules implemented since there are now 2-day events, which I'll go into detail later, is that if you do use a deck in day 1, you're going to have to use the same exact deck in day 2, since it's technically still the same tournament. There's another thing that is called a buy card holder, or buy card. I'm not too sure about the details right now, so if you guys know, let me know down below in the comments, because I have to do a little bit of research since this news did just come out today. Another great thing is when the round time is up, there's not going to be any more double loss poop. At least this time they're doing the extra turn, so I'm pretty sure this means just the turn 0, 1, 2, 3. I could be wrong. You tell me, guys. Let me know down below if I'm wrong. Hey, extra turn, no double loss. I'm happy with that. The round time is still going to be roughly the same. We're looking at 25 minutes for the best of 1s and then 50 minutes for the best of 3. I think 50 minutes is a okay enough time depending on what kind of deck you're playing. Hopefully you're not playing Gears or Wiseman. So depending on which regional championships you're going to, and depending on the number of participants entering, it's either going to be a 1-day tournament or a 2-day tournament, which I think is really good, especially for large areas like New York or California, for example. So for Cardfight Vanguard Day 1, we're looking at 7 rounds of Swiss, best of 1, top 32, 64, or 128 players, like I said, will advance to Day 2. And the scores from Day 1, like your wins and losses, will be carried over to Day 2, which I think is pretty cool. So if you do really well in Day 1, hopefully those scores would help you out in Day 2. And now there's a Cardfight Vanguard Day 2, which is really great. They did mention that the Day 2 event might be a different weekend from Day 1, which is kind of weird. At least it gives you some time to play test, but what's weird is that if you end up making a deck before the release of a new set, then you still have to use the same deck from the Day 1, which is kind of like weird. But I haven't looked into the details of each date, what's going to happen, and set releases, so we're not even sure on that, but that's just something that I thought of right now. So Cardfight Vanguard Day 2, it's only for the Day 1 invitees. So basically whoever got top 32, 64, or 128. And that's definitely reasonable, because at least this day is going to be a little bit longer. You have less players, but you have more rounds, or longer rounds in that case, since it is going to be a best out of 3. So top 8 is 3 rounds of Swiss best of 3. Day 2 pairing will be based on overall scores of both days, and players may be paired with previous opponents they played in Day 1 if there are no other opponents available with a closer record. So if you do end up going on to Day 2, you might end up playing the same dude, which is, I guess, kind of advantageous because at least you know what that other person is playing since you did play him in the previous day. And then top 8 is single elimination best of 3. So that's going to be just regular top 8 cuts, just like how it is already, except now it's a second day event, which is really cool. So they gave like an estimate of the number of participants that can transfer to Day 2 if you do basically advance. So if you have less than 256 participants, there's a top 32. And then if you have more than 256 but less than 511, you get 64 players. And then if you have anything over 500, you get 128. So basically California and New York, we're going to be expecting that 2-day tournament, and it's going to be really cool. But the craziest thing also is that we're going to have BUSHIROAD World Championship Finals, and the finals are not going to be here, it's going to be in Japan. So it's really cool. It looks like it's going to be held in Tokyo in early 2018. So once we get more details on that when it's announced later, we're going to jump on that for you guys to make sure that you guys get the latest news. Overall, we're just really happy here at Vanguard Central as competitive players that this thing is actually happening. This makes the game so much more enjoyable because there's been so much kind of hate on the BUSHIROAD tournaments just because they've been doing so bad, whereas judges would be a problem, or just time constraint, or they just cut rounds early just because they don't have enough time. It's really unfortunate, but I'm really happy that BUSHIROAD has finally listened to all of our players and that we're able to get this really good competitive experience out of Vanguard. Since everyone here who's watching, and us included, We do love this game so very much. But anyways guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below of the new 2-day event tournament kind of style and the longer rounds in best of 3 for the day 2. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions. I hope I didn't say any words too much. I'm gonna get roasted on again. But like I always say guys, like our videos, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe for more content. Vanguard Central out.